Welcome back today, Rocket Science. I'm Adam Balkin. Here at the North American International Toy Show, it's all about innovation, but every toy engineer here had their start somewhere, not unlike these North Carolina students who are getting their first taste of STEM as part of the statewide Science Olympiad. Our Lisa Pappas takes us there.
From science competitions in the classroom,
concave lens,
to engineering labs in the gym, dozens of middle school students tested their science, technology, engineering, and math skills at the Science Olympiad Invitational. 22 teams participated in the scrimmage at Central Piedmont Community College to get ready for regionals in March. From there, students who win get to go to the state and possibly national competitions.
Basically, you win by whichever plane stays the longest in the air.
Some students learned flying a plane is all about the materials.
And right now, I'm trying to make it as light as possible because then it will stay in the air longer.
While others tested how weights affect the distance a ball will shoot.
If you put a lot of pressure on the ball that we were shooting, then it will literally go really far.
Engineering solutions to practice for the big competition while preparing for the future. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Lisa Pappas.
And from students learning the basics to students who are digging a little deeper to expand their engineering know-how. We go back again to our Victoria Moranin, who connects with some more FIRST robotics teams and shows us how one Austin college is helping them gear up to battle their way into a STEM career.
A lot of fun, but a lot of work.
That's 6 weeks of hard work housed in this 12 by 12-foot practice arena. The LBJ High School Liberal Arts and Science Academy's robotics team has been sharing a room with a shop class, and they feel the small space gets in the way of their full potential.
That really came to show last year when driver practice was such an important aspect of the game. We get to our first competition, and it's terrible.
You know, you can have the best robot in the world, but if you can't drive it, it doesn't matter.
A problem other Austin schools share. That's why Austin Community College donated this 10,000 square foot space to LASA. It's called the ATX STEM Park, and it has a 50 by 27 foot practice arena, the size of a full course.
You got to put a robot into the situation you're designing it for to identify its problems, and that full field is the only way you can effectively do that.
And the possibilities are endless.
It makes you, in some ways, even change your design possibilities because you have to work within your constraints. Well, this opens up the constraints for us.
The park is at the second floor of the Highland Mall. Aside from the field, it has enough pits for 16 teams and a locked storage room for robots. But it's only temporary. That part of the mall is about to be renovated.
Who knows? But we've made a start.
So the search continues for a permanent space. Even with a short-term stay, LASA says it will still make a big difference.
It's a big game changer. It changed the game for FTC, and it's going to change the game for FRC.
The LASA robotics team encompasses multiple age groups, with middle school students competing in the FIRST Tech Challenge and high schoolers competing in FIRST Robotics. FIRST teams across the country will compete over the next few weeks with their eye on the World Championships, which will take place in St. Louis at the end of April. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Victoria Moranin.
Those young Texans aren't the only ones getting their gears moving. From Austin, we travel all the way to New York, just north of Albany, where our Matt Hunter finds that road to success is often littered with a bit of failure.
Oh, got it, I got it.
No matter your task, success, especially on the first try, is hardly a guarantee.
And at some point, the car didn't even run at all.
For freshman students in the Clean Technologies Early College High School program, that lesson comes easy, as they're given just 10 minutes to build a small car powered only on magnesium salt water.
We had an idea, which we completely destroyed and started from scratch.
We had the yellow gears up here that weren't doing anything, and we still kept them, and we didn't realize that they weren't helping for our design.
Showcasing their projects at the program's annual Winter Open House in Malta, this marks the first year the college-level coursework is open to freshmen. Now in its 4th year, the Early College High School program offers students the chance to jumpstart their careers in the science, technology, and engineering fields.
The students that are here are really becoming engaged in the engineering design process. They are looking at career opportunities in STEM.
As the program expands to include students from more than 20 local districts, their projects are taking on more real-world applications. Juniors are tackling how to address food supply challenges faced by area farmers.
We built a project and we wanted something that we can apply to the real world.
Whether it's a trip to local farms or peeking behind the curtain at GE or Global Foundries, students are working alongside local industry professionals in the process. With a chance to finish with an associate's degree, many see it as an entry point to a possible career. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Matt Hunter.
In Detroit, professional automakers are giving the world the first glimpse of their latest engineering breakthroughs. The North American International Auto Show is the platform from which car companies from across the world launch their most current, cutting-edge developments. From the Ford GT supercar, a monster of a machine designed to make hearts pound and accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in mere seconds, to electric cars like the Chevy Volt, designed to get you as far as possible for as little as possible. The machines at the Detroit International Auto Show run the gamut. But it's not just the pros who are showing off their latest and greatest, it's also students studying automotive design. They brought their ideas to the auto show, and if these scale models are any indication, we think the future of the automotive industry is going to look pretty cool. Even though automotive design is its own kind of art, these students can't just design anything they want. They have to consider the technology that's going to be part of the finished product.
We have to keep in mind that there is a person that needs to go in here. There is a powertrain, some way that this vehicle needs to be propelled and moved. So there are aspects that we need to keep in mind.
The more you understand about the technology, the more realistic you can design something around it. But then the challenge with that is that you're usually designing for, concepts out in the future, like 5, 10 years, maybe even 30 years out in the future. So the technology is going to advance so much by then, and you don't know what it's going to be. So that's where the kind of ideas come in, where you say, maybe it could do this, or, what if it did this? And then you can kind of design around that.
All right, we have to take one more quick break. Then, coming up, we'll check out the continuing evolution of robots. We'll see how they're playing an integral role in your education, and see how one artist's special relationship with robots flourished into this breathtaking performance. To find more hands-on science, technology, engineering, and math opportunities in your community, check out connectamillionminds.com during the break.